بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوب إليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم تسليما كثيرا وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, we are highly welcome to ASIC capacity building workshop on positive discipline. We have three categories of the workshop. The one we are going to look into the real definition or what is the aims of positive discipline. When we say positive, we know it's just accepted, something that is accepted. Positive is something that is accepted. Discipline is a rule of conduct, system of rule of conduct. Do you understand? So when you say positive discipline, related to accepted way of enforcing discipline to the what? To the student, pupils, as well as the any other related issues, any other related body that is related to learning or learners. You understand? So positive discipline. The definition of positive is the definition of positive discipline. Definition of discipline is related to positive, which is related rules of conduct or system to impose the discipline into a child, which is accepted way of doing this, of doing it. Do you understand? So we are going to look into the guidelines of positive discipline. Do you understand? One of it is what? Speak clearly to the child that you want him to understand what is, because the main problem of we as a teacher that makes the children to misbehave is that they didn't understand what we mean, what we want them to do. Do you understand? We always ask them to do or not to do, but what is exactly what we want them to do? They were not understand. They didn't understand clearly what we want them to do. For instance, we want our children to come early, so they don't know what is coming early. What are we supposed to do? We have to define what is coming early means. Do you understand? That is one. Speak clearly, precisely, and logically. That's one of the guidelines of positive discipline. Take time to make sure the child understands exactly what your expectations are, instead of saying, what are you expecting the child to do? Let him understand the expectation. You understand? You can't just ask a child, why do you do this or do this? Let him understand what and why and how. What do you want him really to do? And how do you want him to do it? And why do you want him to do? Do you understand? One, what? Two, why? Second, then third one is how. Are we thinking this way when we are trying to impose code of conduct to the children? Even our own children, not other children, maybe as a teacher, your own child. Do you think what you used to ask him to do, does he understand what exactly you want him to do, the expectation you want from him? One, that is what. He may not ask you, Mommy, why do you want me to do this? But he cannot do that unless you tell him what to do. That's one. How to do. Then, why do you want him to do that? Let him understand. Let him observe. Let him know Why do you want him? Let him see the significance of doing it in him. You understand? Let him see the important, how important of him to do that, your expectation from him. That is number one ways of guidelines of positive discipline. You understand? Yeah. You can't just tell a child, don't do that. You understand? You have to tell him what not to do first before he even do it. That's the aims of writing the class rules and regulation. That's the aims of when you have a first child in your house, when you want to make your child, make your home a place of that is governed by a rules and regulation, religious practice and others. You have to start with the first child, telling him what to do before he even do it, what not to do before he even do it. You understand? You can't tell a child, don't do that. You understand? For instance, when a child is trying to show bad behavior, you understand? You observe that this child is trying to show a negative behavior. What do you supposed to do first? Draw his attention to what he is trying to do, by telling him exactly what he is trying to do before he even do it. Secondly, you have to tell him or show him the way he is going to prevent himself from doing that, what you observe from him. Then thirdly, you tell him why you don't want him to do that negative behavior. For instance, if it's something that is trying to show arrogant to you, what you ask him to do, maybe you may ask him, what you are trying to do is against the religion, this and that. And the Prophet said this is about it. Do you understand? And let's tell him that later on, when you continue this to also have it, you may end up achieving negative result on your life aspect, this and that. So that is what to do, how and why. All this why is very, very essential. For why? Because children used to understand things from why. That's what they used to ask you, mommy, why? Amma, why? Even about religious aspects. You say, why now? Why? They want to be asking why. To tell them why before they even ask you. As well as a class teacher too. Do you understand? So the first guidelines is what? You speak clearly to the child. Clearly. When you say clearly, draw down to his own level. You understand? Because children doesn't understand your own level because they didn't reach your age. You are about 30, 40, 50. They are what? Just 3, 2, 4, 5 years. You are trying to talk in the way you are going to try to think to talk to your what? To your counterpart. So you have to draw down to their own level. You understand? That you have to say it clearly to them. Then why you don't want them to do this, and then the second guideline is prevent it before it happens. You are not a soldier or what? Nigerian soldier or police. You know, Nigerian police, they are always waiting for you to do what? And they are there not to prevent it from happening, but they will just try to what? To wait for you to do it. When you do it, they just say, you are arrested, you are under arrest. And they are there to what? To prevent it from happening. So you as a teacher or as a parent, you are not a police that's waiting for something to happen. You are there as a parent to prevent it from what? Happening. Do you understand? Redirect the child, turn his attention to an act that has equal or near equal values to an interest of outlet for him. What he's saying is that when a child is about to start, let's say, atrocities, there are some stages that when a child reaches that stage, he must start showing bad behavior, most especially from year 6 to 12. What are you expecting the child to start displaying about bad behavior? You are expecting him to start lying. You know, from 6 to 3 years to 6, 12 years old, normally child are going to start developing lying. It's not that they are doing it intentionally. They are just doing it because they want to know about lying. So you as a teacher, you just hit his mouth, stop lying. You have to tell him the what? The negative result of telling lie. That's what they keep on telling lie at the age of 6 to 12. When their parent or their teacher are neglecting what they are trying to do, they are going to develop telling lie. Even though that's why you keep on seeing even some adults, they just feel free to tell lie. Ko mutum zai zauna ya ta moka da ƙarya, ya san ƙarya yake kuma wanda ke sauraron shi knows, but amma sai da ya taso da ƙaryan abun ma da ba wurin ƙarya ba sai ya yi ƙarya. Ko they say that he sees to it. To you that you are teaching this age, you have to know that they will be displaying lying acts. To try to know more about what is what lying, to prevent it from happening. You as an Islamia teacher, you are teaching from 6 years to 12 years. You have to know how you are going to prevent them from what? Telling lie. And there are some habit of what? Atrocities that may stealing, yes, stealing, lying and stealing. At the age of 6 to what? What makes them to be stealing? You as a parent, when you are trying to what? Neglect whatever you have on ground, maybe your biscuit is open, your money is always open, you are trying to show them. They will not steal by 3 to 6. But if you continue with that habit, they will go to start stealing from what? 6 to what? To 12. You understand? So how are we going to prevent them from year 6 to 12, 12 to 13, 14, 15 to 18? Which habit are we thinking of them to start developing? Now, emotional feelings will be high, most especially sex of 18 co. So that is in that age you are going to start preventing them from. You have to know to put, as you as a class teacher, you have to put us in your class, because if your classes fall at the age of 12 to what? Know the kind of atrocities they are tendering to start doing, and know how to prevent it from happening. Do you get it? At the age we escape age of 3 to 6. 3 to 6, what are we expecting to do? Age of 3 to 6. We have to say something about 3 to 6 age. Yes, stable manner. Yes. Then toilet control. Yes. You understand? That's what is called, that is the essence of social and health habit by that age. Social of health habit. They didn't call it social studies. They call it what? Social habits, because they will be. There is tendency of what? Not having proper eating control, not having proper toilet control. So you as a teacher at that age, you have to go and learn and make a research on the tendency of the bad behavior they may want to start doing at that age. Do you get it? Then at the age of 12 to 18, that is high emotional feeling will be there. Then arrogancy will be there. You understand? Arrogancy. You understand? Then disrespect. Yes, they will try. They will start that. So you that you are teaching at that age, you have to don't just make concentrate of teaching chemistry, biology, physics, English, mathematics. You have to go and make a research the tendency of the respect that you are going to expect from what the children that you are going to be dealing with them. Do you get it? Because you cannot have a proper result on whatever you are teaching those children till they have a manner. You know, good behavior is more than even academic aspect of it. So the blessings of the what you are going to learn from you as a math teacher or English or whatever will not be there if there is no good manner. Do you understand? That is, you don't say I'm not teaching, because you may not have morals subject in higher. Because the essence of secular education is to remove let's say religious teaching and some of good ethics to remove it from what? From the syllabus or whatever. Because at least at the age of 13, that's adolescence, right? We are expecting children to be misbehaving more. The higher criminal offenses is there from teenage age, right? Because that is why, if it is we have good intention in our educational system, so at the age of 13 to the 18 and above, that's the age we need more subject on what? Good morals, isn't it? Why there's no any subject teaching good morals in the higher classes? Or there is? There's no. So here, when we are talking about positive, we are not talking about don't beat her, because what comes to your mind when you say positive, you say adena duka. That's not the essence of positive discipline. Let's make the children what we are teaching them. Let them practice. Let them be what we are trying to teach them. Do you understand? Let us see the result in them, not in their paper. Do you understand? That's the essence of positive display. So when you're trying to prevent it from how can you see, I made mention of so many categories of age. 3 to what? 6 to 12 to what? I think that's all. Most are finishing secondary at 13 age. So you have to go. Just think which categories you fall or your class fall in. So just go and when you want to know this second one that I just mentioned. This second one, where is it going? This second one that I just, please, madam, where's your paper? You are the second speaker, but after I. You understand? So this the second one I just mentioned now, which is the guidelines. I'm on the guidelines now. Prevent it before. Do you understand what prevention is? Prevention is better than what? So just go and make a research in what your classes falls. Then what are the tendencies of atrocities or misbehavior that they may, then you start thinking how to prevent. Just go and Google your research. You understand? Please, at this age, you all have fun. Just make a research. Just think of class that you fall on. Then you say how the tendency of atrocities that or misbehavior that they may do. Then how are you going to prevent it? Please, I just give you 15 minutes to do that. Do you understand? Pause. Okay, who's contributing, please? You just mention your maybe the stage that your class falls in, then the expectation of what are the expectation of bad behavior they may do at that stage. Then what are the prevention that you think is, yeah. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
So my class falls at the age of 13 to 18 years. So in that age, there is tendency of them making sexual advances to themselves, like Maybe at times a girl might be having feeling for her friend in a class, or a boy may be having a feeling for his friend in a class also. So in that kind of a situation, emotion is natural, so we cannot prevent it, but we can guide the student on it. For example, please help me. For example, you can be mindful and to be meditating the children. You can teach them the techniques for minding their own businesses in a class. For example, Islamically, we can teach them some good habits. Maybe if you stop mingling with the boys in the class, the girls should mind their own business and the boys also. So this is one of it. You teach them the education about not the direct sex education, but indirect sex education, so that they can be mindful of their movements also. Then you teach them like physical activities. When teaching them physical activities, show them show them how to not mingle with their opposite gender. They should be conscious of their gender, that like boys should be on their own side and girls should be in their own side also. So teach them about how to do the physical activities without mingling with themselves. Then you teach them on how to talk to somebody. If they have maybe somebody is making sexual advances to them, let them maybe have a trusted adult to negotiate it with them. Even you, the teacher, maybe can serve as the trusted adult. Let the children to feel free to talk to you about their feelings and emotions. So for this age, inshallah, if we follow these strategies, inshallah, we may get a solution from it.
Category falls in, then you just alaikum salam.
Yes. Bullying, physical or verbal. Aggression towards peers. Refusal to follow rules. Lack of focus or attention. So the prevention measures may establish clear expectation, positive reinforcement, recognize and reward good behavior such as using praise or stickers to the pupils. Then offer choices and autonomy. Allow pupils to make some choices such as selecting a reading books or working in a group to promote a sense of control and responsibility. I believe this may help. And the last one, stay calm and consistent. Consistently enforce rules and consequences while remaining calm and composed even in challenging situations. Assalamu alaikum. For the primary five, like bullying, this is the right time for them from age 9 to 12 years. Bullying, they like bullying peers verbally or physically. Yes, the bad behavior. The major provide opportunity for physical activities. Regular physical activities can help reduce restlessness and improve focus. they focus when you take this measure. Encourage empathy and self-awareness. Teach pupils to understand and manage their emotions as well as consider others' feelings. By using empathy in the child, they will not harass their mates, peers, inshallah.
How do you think consequences? Can you think of consequences?
For a bullying child? For the prevention measure? Yes. I might isolate the bullying child from the others. Maybe I will assign him at the class rep, give him responsibilities to be doing so that he may know that bullying is not part of the school rules, inshallah.
We are still there. Second gathering, the one that time permits us to talk. But that's the main important aspect because prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure. It's better for not to happen before it happened, right? So the second one I want us to make more explanation on it. That's why I want your contribution. Next speaker, please. Okay. Say more emphasis. You can add a little explanation to it. Please, with time we have to talk. Start, mother. Hey, say it. Wa alaikum salam, sir.
Positive discipline. When you say positive, it means you have the confidence. You have the confidence that what you are going to do is going to be, the situation will be positive, that it is going to work out. Then the children of this era are faster than what the former ones are. That is, the way we supposed to handle them is not just not beating, but how to counsel them. That is, my own class is from the age of 8 to 11. The common attitude that we expect are something like disrespect, like disruption. That is, they like to spoil things in the classes, they believe they can tear books and other things. Then they respect sometimes one another or even the teachers, because they try things and see the expected the outcome. Then bullying one another, that is either physically or verbally. That is, they may like to beat somebody, maybe not even at the right part, maybe in the stomach or neck or other places, because of what they are watching in the films. They believe it is something that's supposed to be done. So which means we have to stop them from watching all these things. Then verbally, insulting one another the way they think it is to them. Then refusal to follow instructions. Like when you give them homework, they may believe they don't supposed to do it, or they feel you are pressing them. Then other rules in the classes, that is rules and regulation of the class, they may decide not to follow it. Then lack of focus, they may not focus on what the teacher is teaching them. Then they may have feelings and emotion. Why? Because of the era we are in. Most of them would like to tell others that, okay, I like you and all those things. That is feelings and emotion. They would like to express it. Then prevention, establish clear expectation. That is, you should know very well that there are some things that you are expecting. Then your sitting position in the class matters very well. That is, you should not allow them even an inch to do what they like. That is, you check their sitting position, how they intermingle, Then anytime they are doing something, you have to tell them that they should not leave a seat without permission, so that whatever after taking permission, whatever they are going to do in the other side that they went to, you'll be able to monitor it and note it very well. Then positive reinforcement, then reward, that is, you're supposed to tell them thank you, well done, you appreciate what they do anytime they do something good, so that it will enable others to emulate from those ones that, because children like appreciation. Then when you appreciate them, they will really love it. So this is one of the reinforcement, that is, you tell them the outcome of what they are doing, that it will affect them here and hereafter, that Allah will not allow them to do things the way they want, because we have Quran and Hadith. We have to follow it from now, because without following it from now, it will not be in you. That's why some people, you hear them, okay, I have finished Quran, I know how to read Quran, in fact I may have fees, but at the end of the day they misbehave. Why? Because that Islamic value is not inculcated in them. That is what we're supposed to. So we want a better nation, and they are the leaders of tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this huge contribution. Jazakumullahu khairan. So please, next speaker, if you are still on this second guidelines, let's say at least 2 to 3 minutes is okay for you. Please, madam, Maisha is her, please start yours when you are ready. Give it the speaker. Who is saying? No need of wasting time, please.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning to you all. My own falls under between 13 years to 18 years old. Students may exhibit various negative behavior due to physical, emotional, and social changes. Here are some common bad behaviors and potential reasons. Under the common bad behaviors, we have disrespect and backtalk, testing boundaries, seeking independence, and asserting individuality. We have number 2, dishonesty and cheating, fear of failure, pressure to succeed, and lack of self-confidence. We have substance abuse and experimentation. Under its there is curiosity, peer influence, and attempt to cope with stress or emotion. We have social media misuse and cyberbullying, impulsive behavior, lack of empathy, and navigating online relationships. Why these behaviors occur? We have brain development. Adolescent brains are still developing, leading to impulsive decision and emotional regulation challenges. We have 2, hormonal changes. Poverty brings significant hormonal fluctuations, affecting mood, emotions, and behavior. We have 3, social pressure. Peer relationships, social media, and cultural influences can impact behavior and decision making. How to address these behaviors? We have 1, open communication. Establish trust, listen actively, and encourage open decisions. We have 2, set clear boundaries and expectations. Provide guidance, consequences, and positive reinforcements. We have 3, foster emotional intelligence. Teach emotional regulation, empathy, and self-awareness skills. And number 4, we have encourage positive relationships. Supports healthy friendships, social skills, and community involvement. That's all.
Thank you very much. Jazakallahu khairan for this contribution. Please, whatever you just make a research on and you contribute on, please move. At least you can even try to develop yourself with it. Then you can try as much as possible to write and not at least develop what you just make a research on. Make at least not less than 10 pages for your own self. Keep on developing yourself with this. You are going to you can even write some books on this. It's something that you need it not in school, not even at your home. Please note the stages of misbehavior, the expectation of misbehaviors that may occur in any stage of child development. The next speaker, please. Yeah. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Where is the speaker? Pass it to me. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
What I want to say is that though my colleagues have already discussed most
Okay.
of what I'm supposed to say, but what I would like to do now is to add a little, or to shed a more light on what they have already discussed about because my class fall between the age of, let's say, 12 to 18 years. So my colleagues has already discussed about some common bad behavior that may be found within those children. Number one is that the issue of sexual feelings or sexual emotions. At these ages, students may started to develop this sexual emotion and feelings, and they will start by even like trying to be touching their female classmates and so on. So the possible solution for this is that to let them know the impact of doing these things, both Islamically, socially, and the health effect of doing those things also. Like Islamic, telling them the effect of this thing Islamically is that letting them to know that this thing is prohibited Islamically. Because even our prophet, our holy prophet, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, told us that for someone to touch a lady that does not belong to him is far better than him to press a nail into his body than touching a female that does not belong to him, that is not his muharrama. So let him know the impact of this thing. He will feel like, how can the pain of pressing nail into your body cannot be endured. So if they think so, tell them that this is the effect of doing it. So do you prefer for you to be pressed nail on your body, or can you be able to stop touching this girls that does not belong to you? Also, the health effect of this is that
with this you can even practice. Who will agree? Let us hit
yes,
a nail on his nail. Yeah,
who can agree for this thing?
Yes, you can even start.
That is the nail mat that is even in this dunya, the nail that we are having here, not the nail of hereafter.
Yeah.
Akira, yes.
Yes.
Then the health effect of this is also that now we have so many communicable diseases. You don't know this lady that you are trying to be touching her body or doing something with her. There are communicable diseases that can be even spreaded by just mere touching
On one
sweat.
skin. Yeah.
Sweat, like for example, this hepatitis B. It's a serious communicable disease that can be even spread by mere touching sweat.
The affected.
Yes. So tell them that you don't know, you don't have a record information of this lady that you are trying to be touching her body. What if she's hepatitis B positive? So what are you going to say later? You see, you just put yourself into trouble. And also there is another effect of this, like financial effect.
Yeah.
Let them know the effect of this.
Financially.
Financially, because once a boy started this thing at his younger age, so he grew up like that. That's the reason why you will see some people, they grew up, they are getting money from their business, but at the end of the day, they are not saving nothing. They have nothing because they are wasting their money following girls.
Trying to attract
Yes,
girls
trying
or
to
whatever.
attract them.
Yeah.
So let them know that this thing, if you started it now and you did not stop it now, you continue like this, you are not going to get anything in this life. You cannot save anything. Once you started following girls, you are not going to start anything. Even though you've already get married, your wife is not going to benefit anything from you. Also, your children are not going to benefit anything from you, and you too, you will not benefit. You will not even be able to do anything for yourself.
To make a
Also.
progress in life.
Yes, you cannot have, so let's stop here. Let's move to the second guideline under this, which is disrespect.
Disrespect.
Yes.
The guidelines. Are you adding
No,
the
I'm
guideline?
shedding more light on what they have already discussed.
Okay.
The second, sorry, I said guidelines. I said this. I supposed to say second common misbehavior of students
Okay. Okay.
at
Okay.
this age.
Okay. Okay.
The second common misbehavior is disrespect. At this age also, students are fond of doing disrespecting their teachers, their elders, and so on. So let them know also the effect of this disrespect. Ask them like for example, like for example, if to say you are the person that you are the elder brother in your house, and you ask your junior ones to do something for you, and they refuse to do it, or they say that they will not do it directly to you, how will you feel if they say so to you? Definitely you feel bad. So if you, as you are, you instruct your junior ones to do something and they refuse to do, you feel bad. What of your teachers? If they instruct you to do something and you refuse to do, how did you expect that your teacher to feel? Let them discover this. Because respect is reciprocal. If you respect somebody, he will definitely respect you. So I think by this,
MashaAllah. Proudly Assahabah Tasco. This is the why Allah is sending some for us. I think we are developing. We are really developing with this, and we have more to share. Thank you very much for this rich contribution. Jazakallahu khair. Next speaker, please. That is how we are going to understand the topic. It's very, very essential. Yeah, Aisha. Aisha, please contribute.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
My children's age are between 2 to 5. Yes. At that age, they used to beg, they used to take things that is not belong to them. Yes, they used to fight. Yes, they used to fight. They used to take the things that doesn't belong to them. So to solve this problem is to what? To give them orientation on what to do and how to do it. We give them orientation about the what. If they take things that doesn't belong to them, it's not good to take things that doesn't belong to them. And we should put eyes on them, on that bad behavior they used to do. And Allah
Okay.
does.
Which approach do you think is recommended at that age? Which approach can we use to prevent them from bad misbehavior that we are expecting them to do at that age? Which approach do you think of doing?
Yes, we should
prevent them?
counseling. What is it?
Counsel them?
Yes.
Like how?
That bad thing that you used to do, Allah doesn't like it. If you did it, Allah will what? Put them in the hellfire. If they hear
Are
fire,
you
they
going to
will
make
what?
them fear of hellfire or Allah with that? At that age, I think let's think of Maslow hierarchy of needs. Do you know what is Maslow hierarchy of needs? Please go and
Yes.
make a research on Maslow hierarchy of need. At your own age, at your own class, whenever you see them misbehaving, they are lacking what they need from you as their guider.
Yes.
Do you understand? They are lacking something. To try to know the main need of our children at that stage. Do you understand? When they have no adequate, just the lack of adequacy of what they need at that stage would make them misbehaving in the class. Do you understand? Unlike at the teenage age, at the teenage age is not that like that. But at that 3 to 6 years, a misbehaving is not normal.
2 to 5.
Do you understand? So there is tendency of something, they are lacking something from you. Do you understand? To try as well as possible to go and make a research on Maslow hierarchy of need, and then think of the ages that he made mention at his word hierarchy of need, then think of what are they lacking from the need, because any human being has a need. When he's lacking that need, he will keep on misbehaving. Do you understand? We are, even we as adults, we have all these things. When we lack motivation, we start misbehaving. Like, we know what we are doing in that aspect. When there's no salary, the staff start misbehaving. They lack, something is missing in their need, right? So that is that.
Masculine.
Okay, let's move to the next speaker, please. Madam Lawal. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. The
Walaikum salam.
children aged between 2 to 6 years develop the habit of begging, collecting their friends' things, bad touching. So taking something which does not belong to you, taking something which does not belong to them. You should give them an orientation about those bad habits and tell them that the Allah does not like it. And if you did, Allah will punish you on that.
Okay, at your own stage, I don't want you to be listening, fearing aspect of Allah, because the children, what comes to their mind will think of Allah has nothing like that than to punish someone with hellfire. We don't want a situation to keep on making children to be fearing Allah related to hellfire, whatever. Do you understand? Try as much as possible to use what I just mentioned. What to do and what not to do. How, what, how, and why. Do you understand? This why doesn't mean that you are going to tell. Let them know the importance of doing it in them. Do you understand? Take for instance, you want to tell a child, "Zuka kai min nika." Okay, sorry, mu samu mu gama abinci mu ci da wuri. This mu gama abinci is more important to him, pa. You understand? Zo ka so mana ka kai nika da wuri sai da tuwo mai daɗi. Wannan tuwo mai daɗi just mention. That's how you are going to keep on what? Pushing your children to do the right thing, not fearing Allah about hellfire, whatever. Do you understand? Because they keep on hearing that one since from their mother's home. Yes. Yes. That's why when my Aisha just mentioned of this hitting of a nail, I say if the approach I even forgot to ask her the approach she used. She can just come with a nail in a wood, then start hitting. Who will let me or want me to hit his nail? How come? That's how if you touch someone's skin that doesn't belong to you. With this, they will not forget it. You understand? Because there's one girl, she keep on telling me when she is about to marry, her father used to call her, if in kika saba ma mijinki, in kika saba ma mijinki, to rana za a ji, okay, she's trying to go to Saudi by then. Then she was saying, in kika saba ma mijinki a can garin, za a ɗauke ki daga sama, ba za ki hau jirgi sai a jefo ki Nigeria ki watse. Even she's mature, she keep on remembering this in her life. You understand? So that is how we teach our children. You understand? Something they will not forget, even though they reach any age. You understand? Okay, the next speaker, please. Khadija Nuhu, right? Yeah. Then the next speaker, the last comer, please. Get ready, Fozia. You are the second to the last.
Assalamualaikum
Our male staff. Okay.
Assalamu
Please.
alaikum wa
Wa alaikum
rahmatullahi wa
salam.
barakatuh.
Come forward, please.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
Good morning, all. Um, my presentation is about primary nursery.
Your prevention?
Nursery.
Okay, class first on nursery.
Yes.
Which stage? We are talking of stage, not classes now.
0 to 5 years,
0
sir.
to
3 to 5 years, sir.
3 to 5 years, yes. What are the tendency of misbehavior they may?
Beating. Some
Bullying, yes?
Yes, beating. Some children used to beat their peers, and hitting, pushing, throwing some objects, or making noise.
Okay. What are the preventions that you will use to stop them from doing that even before they started?
The prevention is to, number one, to identify or to indicate the students, to indicate the student that is the pupils that is misbehaving or beating some their peers, and separate him from and separate him from others. Number two, when they are making noise, to indicate what happened or what make them to be making noise.
You
So
start
when,
thinking of what makes them to be making noise.
yes, when you recognize the thing that make them to be making noise, then you can know how to address it and solve the problem.
Thank you very much for this contribution. Next speaker, Zainab Lawal. Okay. Your class was on which stage?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. The common bad behaviors from 2 to 5 years.
2 to 5 years. What are the expectations of misbehavior? The tendency.
Hitting, biting, and pushing.
Okay, beating, fighting, pushing each
And
other. Okay.
exploring physically boundaries, testing social limits, and learning empathy.
Okay, what are the how can we prevent them from fighting, pushing each other and others? Before it even we are in the second guidelines of positive discipline, which is prevented it before it happened. Prevent it before it happened. So you just mentioned of atrocity, you are thinking of the misconduct they may do. So how can you prevent them prevent it from happening? Okay. Just say it. Use your own language. Okay, you know what they may do, so you don't know how you are going to stop them from doing.
I know. We don't know.
Okay, you can just mention something that, okay, since you know that they may end up fighting, So you have to tell them what is fighting. You understand the effect of it, the consequences that will happen to them when they fought or when they fight each other. Do you understand? That's the return. I'm pushing each other. You can tell them if they push one another, they may end up falling down and they may get injured, this and that. All these are effects. Do you want to get injured? No. Do you want to get injured? No. So please don't push. If you push someone will fall down, they may end up falling on the ground, then he may get injured and others. Do you understand? That is that. Next speaker, please, Ozia. Let's know which class do you fall, the category of the class date.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My name is Fauzi Yakub. I'm the class teacher of primary 3.
All right.
7 to 8 years. First of all, I would like with the introduction of positive discipline.
All right.
Positive discipline is a way of teaching children good behavior and self-control.
Good.
It focuses on encouraging positive actions rather than just punishing them. We have the key principles. We have respect. Treat children with respect. Treat children with kindness and respect. We have clear expectations. Set clear rules and expectations in the class. We have positive reinforcement. Reward good behaviors. We have natural consequences. Let children experience the natural consequences of their actions. And we have problem solving. Encourage children to think critically and solve problems. Examples of positive disciplines are redirecting behavior. Redirecting a child's behavior instead of scolding them. Using positive language. Using positive language to encourage good behavior, e.g., for example, I appreciate your help in cleaning up. That means you are encouraging the child. Giving choices. Giving children choices to encourage decision making. Then we have benefits of positive discipline. Encourages self-esteem. Positive discipline helps children feel good about themselves. Develops problem-solving skills. Children learn to think critically and solve problems.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, the class falls on the tendency of misconduct that they may occur at that stage. What and what? Do you think?
Yes, no, for example, we have bullying in the class.
Bullying.
Yes.
Okay, how can you prevent them from bullying before they even started? Because we are thinking of positive, the end of positive to stop children not to do before they even do it.
Yes, we have respect. Treat children with kindness and respect.
Okay, if you as a teacher, you are respecting them,
yes,
then they end up doing the same thing. That is modeling.
Yes.
You are a role model.
Yes.
Okay, being a role model to the children.
Yes.
Good, I like that. Then what?
Then I think we have clear
if you as the children, you are not bullying, the children will learn from what you are not doing. You
Yes.
understand? That is modeling. Good. Next speaker, please. Okay, the next speaker.
Okay. My class fall in secondary part, which is from JS class to SS class. So I have only two things to talk about here, which is staying calm and patient and discover their way of learning. Staying calm and patient and discover their way of learning. Firstly, we'll first talk about the staying calm and patient. In the age of 13 to 18 years, a student needs to be what? Staying calm. When we are talking about staying calm, need to be oriented and what guide the way to be calm. And again, in terms of model calm and patient behavior, demonstration comes from the teachers. The way the teacher is, the way the student is. No matter where you are, whenever you see a student acting any kind of behavior, in terms of behavioral attitude, we have two type of behavioral attitude, which is bad behavioral and good behavioral attitude. So anything that you see a student is likely to display in terms of positive display. So in terms of bad behavioral, that is to say the teacher have not taught the student well behavioral attitude, which is a positive display. So a teacher need to be what? Teaching the student a good behavioral attitude, which comes from counseling. Whenever you are as a teacher, you need to counsel the stage of 13 to 18 years student probably, because if it's not calm and if not yet patient enough, it will be misbehaving. It leads to what? Misbehavioral attitude. So in terms of that, encourage the student to think critically and develop problem solving. So you need to what? Calm down, calm the student to calm down to what? Think critically to solve some many problems. Like if it's not yet to what understand what you are teaching him, calm him down, come in close to you, and guide him the way it's going to be solved the problem out. That is all about what? Staying calm and patient. The student of the age of 13 to 18 needs to what? Be calm and patient enough, because those kind of ages they misbehave, and their misbehavior lead to what? Destroying the community and the environment. And for a teacher to do that, he need to be patient enough and calm, because whatever a student is, whatever display is displaying, it comes from his teacher. It's come from the teacher. That means that calm and patient need to be reflect from the word from the teacher. That calm and patient need to be reflect from the what? The student. So that is all about.
Are you trying to say the misconduct that we are expecting at the age that you are teaching?
No.
Is saying they will be coming.
They will become.
They will become as misconduct.
Yes, they will become. If they will not become, if they are not calm, they can't learn furthermore.
What I'm saying is that being coming is misconduct.
Becoming? No, it's not.
Okay, what are the misconduct? The tendency of misconduct, the misconduct that they may do, that we are expecting from them.
That's like
at their age, which misconduct that you are thinking of them doing?
Okay, that is the bad behavioral attitude. So you
okay,
need to
what
guide,
is that?
Yes, you need to guide them how to be doing good behavioral attitude.
Okay, what are the misconduct that we are expecting from them to do? What are the bad behavior that they may do at that age?
Okay, like stealing, or destroying their colleagues.
Okay, stealing.
Yes, stealing is part.
It's part of what they are going to be doing at that
now,
age.
And that age of 13 to 18 is come from JS1 to SS3. So that stealing, if you go up from them like that, they can.
So how can you prevent them from not stealing?
From guiding and counseling. Guiding and counseling.
Okay.
One guiding and counseling. That's individual.
Like how?
Like, for example, when you see a student, maybe his colleagues are reporting him doing bad behavior, that he do this, he do that to them. So you need to call his attention. Don't call his attention. Don't guide him in front of his colleagues. You know, we have many different type of students that they don't need them to be to be guided in front of their colleague. They need one-on-one counseling.
What I'm saying is that how can you prevent them from stealing? Not to even start stealing as a teacher at that age.
That's what I'm talking about. Guiding and counseling is there.
Okay.
Guiding.
Okay, when you are guiding them, yes, not to steal or have after they have. You made mention of someone that's
before they started.
Okay.
Before they started, you have to bring some hadiths and some verses that come.
That's warning not to steal.
Warning not to steal.
And the consequences for that. Yes, that's what I want you to mention.
Okay.
Then, as a teacher, which approach do you think of doing to prevent this, since we know that prevention is better than cure, right?
Yes.
You can all do it together, please, at this time.
Okay.
Please, how can you prevent children from stealing? Since stealing is one of the major expectation from the teenage age, because when you think of, when you go and make a research on the hierarchy Maslow hierarchy low Maslow's need, you said because at that they were at it's the age of socialization. They want to see, they want to love, they want someone to love them, they want to make someone to be attracted to someone, they want someone to be attracted to. That's what makes them to be start stealing at that age, is the socialization. Do you understand? So how can you prevent them from stealing?
Okay, by contentment is there. Contentment.
Okay, teaching them what is contentment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Contentment, whatever is not their own, they should not touch it, and
Let them be contented of what they have. Yes.
Let them be contentment with what they have. Whatever they don't have, they should be patient enough. A day is coming that thing is coming to what? To reach them. So that is one of the guidelines to be guiding the student of the age of 13 to what? 18 years. Contentment. Let them know what is contentment is all talking about. And let them know the values of contentment. Whoever is contentment with whatever he have, the reward that he's going to have in the future. That is all about the
Okay. Is that
staying calm
okay?
and patient.
Yes.
Wherever you are, no matter how big you are, your mixed with your once your mixed with your image will be wherever you are, whatever you do in life. So avoid whatever that is not.
And even that is still in your what? Your family too. Your children will grow up knowing that their fathers is stealing or whatever.
And once your image has been tarnished, not sin, nothing will be better do the right thing. Better do the right thing so that all the school, secondary roommates used to give a name to their kids. And once the name has been given to that person, it will not change. So better do the right thing. Avoid whatever that is not for you. Do the right thing so that wherever you are, people will know that this is
Good. Thank you for this one. Please, still on stealing, because the stealing is now becoming rampant among our youth. Yes. Yes.
Stealing is a bad behavior. Yes, because even me, I'm a witness of this. I will know a father that was a thief. All his children are thief.
Okay.
Not even one, not even two. I can already see this. Even a mother, if that mother is a thief, definitely she will give birth to thieves.
Yeah.
Because as she's breastfeeding them, they are also talking that
Stealing morals in her.
So she will grow up all their families.
They will be thieves. They end up saying thief families. Yes. That. Do you like that name? No. Also, all is good. Thank you for this.
And also by telling them that there is a proverb that they used to say, even the thief, if to say he is patient enough, the prophet is that he has already stolen. Allah has already destinated that those properties belong to him. It's just lack of patience that makes him to go and
Yeah. As he is patient, you're going to get this in a lawful way. Whatever you get is in a unlawful way. If you are patient enough, you are going to get it in a lawful way. Good. Thank you very much.
So that is to say, coming.
Whatever you thief, you know, yawm tubla sarair. Yes.
maybe in this life, because in the hereafter, in that gathering, everybody
Will come. Whatever you thief, whatever you steal pencil, you come with it. You see sharpener, you come. You see someone, you eat someone breakfast without knowing, you are going to come with it on the day of judgment. Yes. Telling them this, and you can show them example from the videos of thieves that they were killed from the soldiers. They end up dying useless, and you can show the example at the end of thieves. You understand? All this is part of it. Then, do you want someone to steal yours? And if you keep something that you need, your current seller was entered, and someone covered. Do you like that? No. How are you stealing someone else? That's what is stealing. because most children are trying to develop the habit of stealing because not knowing that what is stealing is all about, because they don't know what is stealing. Because we found that in one JS1 called last term or last session, he say dama that is stealing, malam dama shine sata. He keep on bringing money, sharing to children 1,000 naira. Why dama shine sata? That's why in the first guidelines, if you can remember, I say the first guideline of positive discipline: speak clearly, precisely, and logically, go to their own level to understand what is all about conduct. Because most children doesn't know what is conduct. We are just there as a Nigerian police waiting for them to be thief, then we was arrest them. Let them know what is not good before they even do it. Do you get it? Okay. The next speaker, please, Ms. Malani Abuna. Yes.
So if that is inculcated in children, they may think, even if they see, it's maybe in them. So if we teach them about that, and also teach them that whatever you take, even if you are not going to use it, don't take it as maybe, oh, I inherited it. No. Even biologically, they say you can inherit it. You will pay for it in the hereafter.
Yeah.
Even if you inherit it.
Thank you very much for this contribution. Let's move to the last speaker, please. We don't have time.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
My name is Aliu Zubair. I want to talk about my class fall between that is SS1 to SS2 secondary section. That's their age is around 13 to 18 years. So one of the uncommon behavior among the students that I noticed is just the one we have been talking about, is stealing. You see, stealing among students, I make them to understand that stealing is not going to market or going to a father's house to go and take something. But even stealing during the exam or test, I made them to understand. I even called the attention of the form misread the other time. That I think that day I caught a student stealing. While I gave them test, one of the students opened their note and the copy. So, but meanwhile, before I even teach them, before I do my first day of entering that class, I think I told them the uncommon behavior. I told them uncommon behavior, and the stealing is part of it. So, exam malpractice, I think it's a common behavior among the students. You have to make them to understand that stealing money and what have you, that is not only stealing. Exam malpractice is the same thing as stealing. The punishment you are going to give to someone that steals in the market is the same thing you are going to give to someone that steals. So if assuming we want to practice Sharia law, is that not? So, and one of the control measure to be taken is that one, as for me, I engage with the student personally, one-on-one. Those students that I caught that is stealing when I gave them an exam. So after the exam, I think I engaged myself personally. That's one of the control measure or preventive measure, I mean. So I engage with them one-on-one to let them know that what they are doing is not proper. Then after that, I called their form mistress, Mrs. Safana. I even called her. I think she went to that class and talked to the students. Then after that, I dedicate my free time to talk to them about this stealing. That's exam malpractice in the class. Not even my subject, but other subjects. Then I devise other means. That is, I engage all of them in this. I use my guidance and counseling knowledge to address them. Even this time when I resume with them, I advise them about this stealing, this exam malpractice. I'm sure myself and I am with their small mistress. With this little explanation or with this advice we gave them, I believe you will have a good habit. Thank you.
So thank you very much, speakers, for this contribution. So that is the second guidelines. The third one is model. Model. Being a model. Children do what they see. Children do what they see. They do what they, that's number 3. Modeling. You have to be a role model to the what? To the children. Children do what they see. Show them how to walk through problems. That's why Chinese are always excelling in life. Because they are always trying to teach their children problem solving. You see that even in their kindergarten, early years, they make them to sweep the class, cook what they want to eat, do so many things by themselves. Because teaching children solving problems is one of the key of making them to prosper in their next life. Do you understand? Because you don't teach them, you just teach them academically, do not do plus minus, that won't solve their problems. Because that is why the Chinese are always excelling in life in terms of technology or whatever. Because they always identify or found a problem and leave the children to solve by themselves. Even you in your just real life, as you are just doing this, you may not ending of knowing something till you come to the real life. After your always graduation, whatever, you may not know anything in life till you enter the life itself. You start doing life. You know, I have to learn. It's now I am learning. Because before I don't know what's life. Do you understand? Even the prophets, all the prophets, they were even tested before they were even given the prophecy. Do you understand? Because let them start knowing problem solving skill. Do you understand? So the modeling, you as a teacher, as a role model, and leave the children to solve their problems between those. That's why we keep on giving them assignment, classwork. We are telling the parent not to do it for them to know what is real life is. So our own problem is that we are just after academics, not other aspect of life. Do you understand? So how can we be a role model to the children? And how can we teach them problem solving skill?
Sorry.
Wa alaikum salam tullah.
For a teacher to teach a student the way to discover how to learn new things in life, you have to also guide them for that, give them orientation. When I'm talking about orientation, there are many ways to teach a student or for a student to discover the way he's going to learn new things in life. Now, for example, let them know that it's not every time that they can learn things on their own. There are times for everything. When I'm talking about times, maybe there are some students, they don't likely to learn things in the morning or in the afternoon or in the night. You understand? Everyone has his own category that fall in, that is able to learn new things in life. And they cannot compare themselves with each other. Maybe they have a friend, a colleague that he only read by himself or read in group. So they should not compare each other. Okay, I have seen my colleague reading like this, let me to do this. No. Have you discovered yourself? Have you asked yourself who you are first? You have to know who you are first. Guide them, tell them more that okay, do you know who you are? Or have you discovered where can you learn new things, or what assignment or classwork they give you? How can you solve it? You understand? So we have many categories and types of the way we keep and guide the student to learn new things. Like me, sometimes I don't like reading in time of where people are. I like lowly. When I'm talking about lowly, I'm like only me to learn new things. So let them know, guide them tell them history, tell them that this person, this is where he started from, this person, this is where he wants his or she to be what, learning new things. So, and they should keep on learning, they should keep on learning new things so that you can make them busy. Learning new things make them busy in life. It's not bring them what negative impact to their life. Yes, that is all.
For a student or pupils to be a role model, you as a teacher, first you have to guide them. You have to let them know that they should be solving problem by themselves. You see, by solving problem, you don't allow them to be doing, you as a teacher, you don't allow them, don't be solving everything to them. If you someone want to succeed in life, they say you have to be hardworking. Is that not? So if you are not hardworking, how can you be a road model? So road model encompasses hardworking, dedication. So what I'm trying to say in this workshop is that please, as a student or pupils, let them, I have a children, but when the teacher gives them assignment, my wife is also a teacher. So some we don't solve for them. We allow them to solve by themselves, except if it's beyond their power. You understand? So you have a student or a teacher, if you want to be a role model, you have to start doing something by yourself. You see, you don't wait for somebody to teach you. I know in some cases you need a guidance, is that not? But in some cases, most of the times, unlike me that is talking now, I believe in myself. Always be yourself. If you are somebody that is you are, in fact, you are thinking very well, or you want to be a role model, you have to be always think about yourself, always be dedicated to duty. Like me now, anywhere I'm going, even the first day I entered, when I came to this, that people are conducting ourselves, I told you, I said, me, I hate late coming in my life. So that's one thing they are doing, I always come first. You understand? So be a role model is that try to do things by yourself without necessarily waiting for someone to assist you. But if it's beyond your power, I think somebody can guide you. So I think that's what I would like to say at this moment.
About a role model, that is, show it yourself to the students. For example, the rules and regulations in the class. There are some rules that stated do not throw objects because it might choke somebody's eyes. Yes. So now, for example, as you are sharing maybe something to the kids, then you are calling their names. So person, you throw it to him. So person, you throw it to him. So what are you showing them? You told them not to throw object no matter what. But you, as the teacher, you are throwing it to them. Are you a role model to them? No, you are not. So what you are supposed to do is take it to them or ask them to come and take it and get it from you, not to throw it to them. And secondly, again, we ask them to maybe dress in an Islamic way or do something Islamically. But did you do it? Did you do it? Maybe you ask them, the Islam said a female should cover herself up, not to even show her hair, or the Islamic said, in Islamically they said, al-mar'atu kulluha awatan illa wajha wa kaffaiha. So maybe somebody will be, a lady will come out covering herself, coming to the school. So now maybe she is showing that, yes, I am looking in an Islamic way. But maybe when she gets home, she will hold her phone, dancing, doing this, opening herself up and showing it to the world that I don't have manner. So maybe if somebody asks her, why are you doing this? I saw our teacher doing it. Because this is yes, it happens to me. My child was like, mommy, I need that hairstyle that used to show the hair out. I said, why? No, you shouldn't open your hair while going out. She said, our teacher is doing it, so I like it. I said, no, what she is doing is wrong. A lady is supposed to cover herself when going out. So this is it. When you ask somebody to cover, when you ask the student to cover up herself, first look at yourself. Am I covering myself as I'm telling them? Look in an Islamic way. Am I looking in an Islamic way? So we have to be a role model to them. Act what you are saying. Because the children learn from your action, not from you saying. They might say, ai malam wance ma ya ce mana kaza, but shi ma ba haka yake ba. That is what they will say. So this is it.
So with that, role modeling, as well as teaching children solving skill, problem solving skill. Yes, any other contribution?
Extravagancy. At times, the pupils used to do that. Well eating, they might eat anyhow. And we teachers, we used to eat in front of them. Maybe when we eat, we throw things. By seeing us doing that, they will take it like it's nothing to them too. So we should please let's do it to ourselves so that they will copy from us. Modeling is of many things. Dressing, the way we walk too, is a model to them. Maybe we'll be working anyhow. The pupils might copy from us. So we have to do the right thing all the time for the pupils to do it too. Assalamu alaikum.
So I think with this we learn a lot, and we have 10 guidelines. I have 10 guidelines. You may just go and make a research, learn more. Inshallah, by next meeting with you guys, we are going to continue with the guidelines. Then we show, yeah. Okay.
The first one is this time that we are in, far different from what we expected. We were considering age that from the age of 85, in fact earlier than that. These things are happening beyond our things are happening beyond our thinking. That is, these children are doing some things that you may not even think their age can do it. So when we are considering that of 6 to 12, 3 to this, in fact, you will see a child of maybe 2 years behaving like a 3-year child. So we should not consider just what we have mentioned. We should go beyond that. We should expect beyond that, because the way they are misbehaving, a primary one thinking of telling somebody that I like you is something that we are not expecting. So what I'm trying to say is that we should expect beyond what what we have just mentioned. Then the other thing is that using phones to teach children these days is making them to be trying to know more about what is there. So if we can now go back to using charts instead of showing them pictures in the phone, it is creating some things now. Because when you show them, when they go home, they would like to know more about what you are showing. Okay, you are now telling them, okay, so picture is in the, well, it is a kind of teaching aid, but it is creating something else.
Yes.
So because we are trying to avoid our children from using all these phones of 18, but you are not bringing it to the class to teach them, it's causing much. Because I used to set my children in the class, we will do group discussion. They are free to say whatever they want to say, so that from there I learn many things from them. Anything we show them, they would like to know more, they would like to see more of it. They can even go to the, instead of going to the toilet,
using their phones, their mother's phone, pretending that they went to the toilet to maybe eat themselves or something. They will lock themselves, do whatever they like, and at the same time, then we have to talk to our parents if there could be a meeting that is discontentment of a thing. Some children don't have food, they are not bringing food, so they will end up stealing people's things. So if you don't have, what do you think will happen? When you are hungry, you may misbehave, you would like to pick somebody's things. So parents have to be given this type of topic, that is, they have to be sitting down and know more, especially the mothers. They have to draw closer their female children, because some mothers scare their children, so that when they see their mother, they cannot tell them what they're supposed to know from them. They don't know their feelings, they don't know what they know, because you're supposed to sit them down. They should be your friend, your sister. You talk to them, let them know what is in future for them, so that from there you hear from them. They should be free to talk to their mother. So also the men should know how to draw their male children closer to them, so that they will not be scaring them when they see their father as if they should go to the toilet and use themselves. It's not the best. So also, then the teachers themselves should discipline themselves positively before you consider. The teachers should discipline themselves positively before you teach somebody, because whatever we are doing, in fact, you'll be so surprised that they know every detail of what we are doing in the class. If you are using your phone, or you come to school late and you are asking them not to come late, what are we trying to say? What are we teaching? So we have to discipline yourself first. The way you talk to them, the way you address them, they are very, very important. Our children are too far from where we are talking about now, so we should take note. So also we should try, maybe sometimes we engage them, like sometimes in quantitative reasoning. I'll give them work, I'll group them, I'll ask them to just solve it. After writing the example on the board, I'll try to solve it. So the other time, I have to give out exercise books to those that try to just do something. So this encourage them to be responsible. They can think themselves. So some were able to get the answers, while some just halfway, but I still give them gifts, so that at least 2A, just for them to. So it makes others now, anytime I'm teaching, everybody want to concentrate, so that they will know more. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for this huge contribution. We are really proud of ASIC staff. We are really developing, and let's at least go and make a more research on this modeling of it and problem solving skills. It's not at all about giving them activities to solve. Even their real life, someone is sick, go and solve his problem. I'm sick, you 2 or 3 of you go and solve this problem. Watch them, how are they going to solve the problem? Even you can ask them to what the nation is facing: corruption, banditry, and other disease. How can you solve that banditry? Me, start to know how they are going to contribute to their nation too. Even their real life here now, the things are so the inflation. You can think of inflation. How can you adjust this inflation of not getting money, this and that? How is your house? This, how can you assist? All these are solving problem skills that you can start teaching since at the early age. It's not all about giving them activities to solve or example whatever. It's their real life. Connect them how to solve their problem in their next life after school, whatever. Do you understand? Let's just go and make more research on this. Guidelines. We have now 3. Number 1, speak clearly, precisely, logically. 2, prevent it before it happens. 3, modeling, teaching them problem solving skill. Do you understand? It's part of it. So inshallah, the next 7 by next class we are going to look into them, inshallah, and we have so many examples regarding to the Prophet Act in terms of positive discipline, and so many things we are going to learn. It's very, very important topic we are going to be treating, inshallah, and it's is very, very nice. We are going to enjoy the topic, inshallah. We have so many things to say about it. So may Allah reward you, and may Allah spare our life to see the next class, inshallah. Thank you very much. We are really proud of you as our staff. May Allah increase your efforts and then grant you ease to continue nurturing our growing ones. Inshallah, that's all for that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.